Dubna city is situated in the north of the Moscow region on the bank of the Volga River. Its population is about 70,000 people. City territory is about 7,000 hectares. The nearest airport is Sheremetyevo in 1.5 hours away. The nearest big cities are Moscow and Tver, about 2 hours away. In the beginning of 20th century, a dam was constructed on the Volga River in order to build a first Volga hydroelectric power station. Also, a channel was established between the Volga and Moscow rivers. A new settlement of Bolshaya Volga, Great Volga, received its beginning those days. In our days, it's a part of Dubna city. In 1956, a joint institute for nuclear research was created in Dubna, and the same year Dubna received the status of a city. The Joint Institute for Nuclear Research, JNR, is an international intergovernmental scientific research organization established through the convention signed by 11 founding states and registered with the United Nations on 1st February 1957. City gave its name to one of new elements of the periodic table, number 105, Dubni. Dubna in our days is a famous research and production center. Its population has a high educational level. 25% of population has university or institute degrees. Besides the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research, there is an international university for nature, society and man, and a number of large scientific and high technology organizations. Well-developed small and middle-scale business, including more than 10 international projects. Dubna business includes 650 enterprises. There are legal, leasing, consulting, high-technology, educational, auditing companies among them. City administration is consistent in its efforts to develop innovation and high-technology activity in support and administration of guarantees to the projects. The establishment of a Russian IT center in Dubna is a joint project of IBS, Information Business Systems, the Dubna City Administration and the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research. The project's underlying purpose is to increase Russia's participation in the large, approximately $120 billion in 2003, and growing 16 up to 20% per year world market for IT products. It was a logical sequential for Dubna evolution that on December 20, 2001, according to the decree of the Russian Federation, President Mr. V. Putin, Dubna received a status of the Russian Federation Science City. The status is preserved for the period until December 41, 2025. The decree confirmed main guidelines, priorities of the Science City Development Program for the period of 2001-2006. Dubna has two sister cities, in United States of America, La Crosse, Wisconsin, and in Israel, Givat Shmuel, city satellite of Tel Aviv. The relations with La Crosse are developing firmly and intensively since 1989. Dubna Satellite Communications Center is a subsidiary of the Federal State Unitary Enterprise Russian Satellite Communications Company, RSCC. The 1996 RSCC took part in the international tender to set up the third station for telemetry and control over Eutelsat spacecraft. Dubna is a town of singers. It entertains an international choral festival. The best chorus from Russia, Europe and the United States participate in it. The first festival in 1975 collected 10,000 people. For Dubna climate, the same synoptic processes as for Moscow are typical. The Moscow climate combines sea climate of Western Europe and sharply continental climate of a continent. Winter in Dubna is rather long and rather cold. Summer is moderately warm. The average temperature in the coldest month of January is 13.1 Fahrenheit, and in the warmest month of July is 63.5 Fahrenheit. The average date of a snow-covered destruction is 5th of April. The earliest snow tailing was observed on 5th of March and the latest on 30th of April. For area of Dubna, as well as for all Moscow area in a whole, a prevailing direction of a wind within a year, and especially in the winter period, is southwest. Average annual speed of a wind is 3.2 meters per second. Dubna is a city of sportsmen, water skiers and skiers, bicyclists, judoists and unarmed self-defense sportsmen, volleyball players and shots, chess players, boxers and weightlifters, for men of mild athletics, art gymnastics, desktop tennis. All of them live on a rather high rank of competition and tournaments, bring home medals and cups. Since 2004, every July, sportsmen from all over the world come to Dubna to take part in the Russian stage of the Water Ski World Cup. The water stadium, named after Valery Nikhaevsky, a merited coach of the USSR and Russia, who grew up a great number of gifted sportsmen, saw their bright displays and fantastic records. The water arena in Dubna is quite special. By far, its greatest feature is the accommodation constructed for the spectators. Very few locations anywhere in the world today have this amount of comfortable seating. This guarantees a very special atmosphere and some outstanding media photos and TV pictures. Also, having the audience so near to the athletes encourages them to perform even better. Overall, this is an excellent water ski site.